let's plan a Disney trip. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Katie and I make lots of Disney home lifestyle vlogs, so if that's your kind of thing, make sure you subscribe. But for today's video, we are planning out my next Disney trip in my digital planner. Before I continue on with the video, disclaimer, I am recovering from COVID and I feel like my voice sounds a little bit weird just because I'm still a little bit stuffed up, so just ignore. I am feeling a lot better and honestly just grateful that this didn't interfere with my Disney trip because I have quite a few weeks to still recover before we leave for Disney, so I'm thankful for that. But in these planning videos, I normally make a coffee, but today, because I'm sick, I'm having a tea. So for today's video, what we're gonna do is go through my Disney digital planner and kind of plan out the details of our trip. Now that we kind of have everything planned out, I do like to go through and write everything down just so I can have a place to refer back to everything, and also it helps me when I have to wake up and make our lightning lanes and things like that. So in my last video, I left a few hints about what resort we're staying at, and some of you definitely spotted them. Resort reveal, drum roll, we're staying at the Polynesian. So I'm actually really excited. This is definitely one of those resorts that we thought we'd probably never stay at, and it's an absolute dream come true that we're staying there. And I just felt like they were running a pretty good deal considering it wasn't cheap, but considering the price that it normally is, I felt like it was a pretty good deal. So we splurged this time and we're staying at the Polynesian. So a little bit about my trip. I'm going to Disney World with my mom and my sister, and we're staying for 3 nights at the Polynesian. So I'll get into kind of the details of our trip at the end once I kind of plan out each day, and then I'll kind of give you the rundown of what our plans are. But if you're new to my channel, I wanted a digital planner for Disney trips specifically, and I couldn't find one I liked enough, so I made one myself. So it is listed on my Etsy page. If you're interested, I'll put the link in the description for you. It's made planning for Disney trips so much fun, and like 2 of my most favorite things are Disney and digital planning, so I found a way to combine them and it's made it so much fun for me. So first step is I'm going to go through my digital planner and I'm going to erase everything from my last Disney trip. The nice thing about a digital planner is that you can reuse it as many times as you want. You just erase everything and you start over and you add as many days as you need for your specific trip. So that's what I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of my planner. I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of my Disney planner. Starting out with this cover page, it's literally just a pretty cover page. That's all it is. And then next page is a spot to make a vision board. So basically, vision board is kind of just like a collage of what you want your trip to look like. It's definitely a fun way to get started with your planner because you can kind of plan out, okay, what do I want this trip to look like, and just get some inspiration for when you're actually planning the trip. Now, sometimes I would maybe recommend making the vision board before you plan the trip. For me, the trip is already planned. I'm just gonna translate that into a vision board. This part always gets me super excited too, which is really fun. And then I have a weekly view where you can kind of outline your entire week. Now I do have in the one that I sell a second weekly view page if you're doing more than 6 days, but most people I'm guessing are doing about a week or less. So I deleted the second page out of here, but that is included in the download when you buy it. So just kind of a place to see your whole trip all at once. Then I go into each individual day. So I have a spot for the date. You can circle or highlight which day of the week it is. You can write what park you're going to, how you're going to get there, what outfit are you going to wear. For me, this one's a big one. Planning out what you're going to eat. Otherwise, I just genuinely forget what I wanted to try, and then I get home and then I'm like, oh shoot, I wanted to try XYZ in Epcot and I completely forgot about it. So it's nice to kind of write down everything you want to eat, your must-dos, and then here's where you can write out your daily schedule and any notes that you have for the day. So the nice thing is about this planner, you can customize it to your trip. So I already went through and made it exactly how many pages I need, but basically if you need to add any pages, you just scroll to the right at the end and it duplicates the page that you're on. So it's going to give you another daily view. So you can make as many pages as you need by duplicating this page. So that's kind of a walkthrough of my planner. It's pretty basic, but I absolutely love being able to have all my stuff in one place. The nice thing about GoodNotes, which is the program that I use, is that you can also pull it up on your iPhone. So if I'm on the go and I'm like, shoot, what time was XYZ, or what were our must-dos in Magic Kingdom, we can pull that up as well. So yeah, this is my planner. I'm really proud of it and I love the way it turned out, and I use it for every single Disney trip. So that's kind of the walkthrough, but let's get started with our vision board. So for the vision board, I just take pictures off Pinterest and then I upload them into GoodNotes and make a little collage. I am all done with my vision board, and honestly, that took the longest of any vision board I've ever made because I just feel like there was so much I wanted to include on there. I honestly feel like I could make an entirely separate vision board just for the Polynesian, which honestly I might do later tonight. But for now, this is my vision board. I feel like it includes a lot of the stuff that we're doing on our trip, a lot, of course, from the Polynesian. We do want to spend a lot more time at the resort this time, so a lot of pictures from the Polynesian. We're also going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, so it definitely has like that summerween vibe because we're absolutely celebrating Halloween in summertime. And of course, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, because honestly, that's kind of the reason we're going. Not fully, but is a big part of why we wanted to go a little bit earlier than our other trip that we had planned in December. So I'm really excited. I think the vision board turned out really cute. Honestly, I might make a whole separate vision board just for the Polynesian because that's how excited I am. So maybe we'll do that later. But for now, this is the vision board and I think it turned out really good. So let's get into our weekly plan. I'm going to kind of go through and write out just the basics, what park we're going to, what we're doing each day, when my flight is, things like that. Just kind of the basics, just to give an overview before we dive into the daily planning, which we'll do next. I am all done going through my weekly and daily plans now, so I'm just going to give you kind of a brief overview of what our plans are for this trip. For this trip specifically, we did want to spend a lot of time at the resort just because the Polynesian is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us, so we might never stay there again, so we definitely want to spend a lot of time at the Poly. So we kind of went back and forth, so we're going for 3 nights. So we arrive, and then we have 2 full days, and then the day that we leave, but we don't leave until pretty late, and we also arrive on the first day pretty early, so we had some flexibility in our plans and we kind of couldn't decide what to do. We decided we definitely wanted to do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party just because it's pretty good bang for your buck, especially if you're doing it on your travel day since you're not going to get a full park day anyway. You can do a lot of stuff because the lines are pretty short and honestly we're just there for the vibes this time. You know, we obviously want to prioritize the entertainment, the Boot to You parade, things like that, but for the other 2 full days that we were there, originally what we were planning on doing is a full rest day at the Polynesian on the first full day, and then on the second full day, we were going to do 1 park hopper day. And then on the last day, we were just going to do like Disney Springs and go home. But we were kind of thinking about like our last day and thinking like that is a lot of time in Disney Springs. And to be honest, Disney Springs is not our favorite. We do like to stop by once per trip, but it's not like, I don't want to spend like a whole day there. So we kind of debated back and forth between the 1 park hopper day, which costs almost as much as doing the current offer that they have for the 3-day, 3-park ticket. The only thing about the 3-day, 3-park ticket is that it excludes Magic Kingdom. So it's kind of perfect for us since we already have tickets to go to Magic Kingdom and we were not planning on going back. So it kind of ended up working out perfectly. And we did decide to do, it's a 3-day, 3-park ticket for $89 per day. So it turned out to be a little bit more than the 1 park hopper day, but basically we feel like we're trading that last day in Disney Springs for a day in Animal Kingdom. So that's what we decided to do. But we do want to still emphasize relaxing at the resort a lot. So we kind of decided to do like half days at the parks, which we have never done before. We are normally like open to close kind of people, maybe a midday break, but we decided since we're, instead of doing the 1 park hop day from open to close, we're going to do 3 half days. So that's what we decided for the remainder of the 3 days after our travel day. I think it's going to be really good for us to slow down a little bit and actually enjoy the resort. So on our travel day, we have a very early flight. We're going to land at MCO around 11:30 and take an Uber over to the Polynesian. Now, I highly prefer the Mirrors Connect. It's my favorite way to get to Disney. Basically, we want to get there as quickly as possible, so we are going to this time take an Uber. We are also all arriving at the same time, which helps definitely because we can split the Uber 3 ways. Hopefully, they can have our room ready early. We'll request that, but it's not always a guarantee. So check-in time technically is 3 p.m. So in the meantime, probably just going to hang around the resort, activate our mugs. We recently went and got mugs, so I'm hoping they'll just reactivate the one that I already have. So, you know, just get our mugs, kind of get oriented to the resort, and I am going to pack a swimsuit in my under the seat bag just in case we decide to go to the pool because I made that mistake last time. I had my suitcase all splayed out at Pop Century. It was super embarrassing. So I'm definitely going to pack a swimsuit in my under the seat bag this time, just in case we decide to go to the pool. So then we're going to check into our room and head over to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. For Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you can enter Magic Kingdom as early as 4 p.m. So we'll take the monorail. We've never stayed at a monorail resort before. Over to Magic Kingdom at 4 p.m. is our plan. We're not quite sure yet what the plan is for trying to ride Tiana's. Disney did announce that Tiana's is not going to have a virtual queue for the Halloween party, meaning it's going to be a standby queue. So I don't know what that means for us as far as trying to ride it, if we're going to be able to ride it at 4 p.m. or if the standby queue, because right now it is still a virtual queue, or if the standby queue is going to start at 7. But either way, my priority is definitely to ride Tiana's. That's one thing I hope that we can do before the party starts, but I'm really not sure how that's going to work. And then I just kind of wrote down like what time the Halloween party starts. It starts at 7. And then some of the other stuff we want to do, our must-dos, are we want to ride Hyperspace Mountain because that one is special to the Halloween party where it's basically just pitch black and it's so fun. So we definitely want to prioritize riding Space Mountain, Tiana's, and then the Boo to You parade, and we'll probably watch the fireworks as well. So that's kind of our plan for the first day. For day 2, this was the day we were planning on doing a Polynesian rest day. So we did make a reservation at Kona Cafe for breakfast. So we are going to keep that reservation, and then we're going to go to Hollywood Studios around 4 p.m. or 4:30. So this is the only day we're going to do, what is it called now? It's not Genie Plus anymore. It's called Lightning Lane Multipass. This is the only day we're going to do Multipass. So these are the reservations I'm going to make for Hollywood Studios 1 week before our trip starts. So that's coming up. I need to make those. But our plan is our 3 Lightning Lane reservations to be for Tower of Terror, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Toy Story Mania. That is our plan for our 3 Lightning Lanes. But basically the plan for the day is to go to breakfast at Kona Cafe, hang out by the pool. We do kind of want to go to Trader Sam's, which I know is pretty hard to get into, but I've heard that if you line up at 1 p.m. They open the wait list at 2, and then you can come back at 3 when it opens and have a drink. So we really want to do that. So we might have to line up at 1 just to make sure we can do it before we go to Hollywood Studios, and then head over to Hollywood Studios in the evening to ride our 3 Lightning Lanes. And right now we're kind of unsure about what our other plans are going to be, whether we should buy a single pass Lightning Lane for Rise of the Resistance, or if we should try to ride it at the end of the day when the park closes, or if we should go to Fantasmic. So I don't really know what our plan is for the rest of the day, but we'll figure that out later. For the next day, we are planning on going to Epcot. So we are planning on going kind of earlier, probably not like rope drop, but really our priority is the 2 times you can ride Guardian. So we are going to buy an individual a single pass Lightning Lane for Guardians, and we're also going to join the virtual queue at 7 a.m. So hopefully we can ride it twice. And then honestly, there's a lot of things in Epcot that we have not had a chance to do, especially like eating wise, things that we wanted to try for years. But every time we go, there's a festival, and we do that on purpose because we like the festivals, but it makes it so you are so full from the festival booths that you can't try the stuff that's always there. So I think we want to prioritize eating and drinking stuff that is always there and stuff that we don't normally get a chance to try, because we are actually going when there's no festival, which is like breaking my one rule of Epcot. It should be interesting to see what Epcot's like without a festival, but that is, like I said, breaking my one rule I have about Epcot, which is never go when there's no festival. So we are planning on going to Epcot, riding Guardians, kind of just eating, hanging out. Again, this is supposed to be a chill trip, so I'm hoping that we can stick to it. And then head back to the Poly around lunchtime, hang out by the pool. Maybe if we didn't go to Trader Sam's the day before, we'll go to Trader Sam's. And then to watch Happily Ever After from the beach there at the Poly. So at the Polynesian, the beach area, they pipe in the music for Happily Ever After, and you can see the castle, and it looks really, really cool. And it's so special, especially because we're staying there. I've wanted to go to the Poly and watch Happily Ever After from the beach for years, and I just have never gotten around to it. So I'm so glad that I saved it for when I'm actually staying there. I think it's going to make it so much more magical. So that is our plan for the next day. I'm hoping that maybe on this day we could eat at Tambu Lounge. If you remember back to my 2024 Disney bucket list, something that was on my Disney bucket list was trying the Ohana noodles, and you don't have to go to Ohana to get them. You can actually get them from Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian. So I'm hoping we have time to eat there and, just kind of enjoy the resort as much as possible. On our travel home day, if you haven't noticed, some of these days I have no outfit planned, because originally we were planning on doing one park day and I had one park outfit planned. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to wear on these other days. So some of the outfits are still blank, but I think I'm going to figure that out in my next video. I'm going to do like a Disney prep video where I kind of prep for Disney. I'll try on all my outfits for you. We'll go shopping. We'll get toiletries toiletries, things like that, just to make our packing day a little bit easier. Normally I do like pack and prep in the same day, and it can be a lot. So I kind of want to do a separate vlog where it's the week before Disney and I'm just kind of prepping all the stuff I need prior to my packing day. So I am going to figure that out sometime between this video and the next video, what outfits I am wearing for these other park days, but that's why they're blank. So this is our last day. We're going to go to Animal Kingdom. We kind of decided when we were doing the one park hop day that we were just going to prioritize the safari and kind of skip all the other rides just because we're doing more of like an actual day in Animal Kingdom. I don't know if we'll ride anything else, but ultimately our priority is the safari, and everything else we might skip. Like I said, we're just trying to have a chill trip, which is very unusual for us. So that's kind of the priority though at Animal Kingdom, and honestly just like eating, drinking, enjoying the entertainment, things like that. So after that, I'm not sure what our plan is, if it's just gonna go back to the Polynesian, kind of hang out, change, go to the airport, or if we want to try stopping for beignets, which is usually what we do on our travel home day. So I'm not sure if we'll try to make a pit stop in Disney Springs. Honestly, we'll probably have time, especially if we don't really ride any rides. I'm wondering if we'll want to go back to Nomad Lounge this time because we absolutely loved it last time. So that might be something we do as well on this day. But honestly, we don't really have a plan. And then we're going to Uber back to the airport and head home. Already sad about the travel home day, and we haven't even gone yet. I hope this video was helpful for you, just kind of showing you how I plan out my Disney trips in my Disney digital planner. And like I said, if you're interested, I will link the planner in the description for you. But that is it for my Disney plan with me. I am so excited for this trip. I really applaud anyone who guessed the resort in the last video because honestly, I felt like the clues were so subtle and quite a few people guessed it. So good job. And of course, I'll be vlogging the whole trip for you guys, but head over to my Instagram and make sure you're following me over there because I will have some more live updates. I've been trying to do better about posting lots and lots of pictures on my story while I'm at Disney. So if you want a little sneak preview of the vlogs, make sure you follow me over there. But that is it for my Disney plan with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next Disney video.